Hello and welcome to the Roundtable program. I'm Benjamin Meyer. This is 5 minutes past 6 Middle East Main Time. 4 years ago, back in 2021, students of Warav State sat down on the table of brotherhood to design an initiative of establishing a student association, a student union as well. The plan successfully came into an effect of what has become today Warav State Students' Union in Egyptian universities and higher institutes. A constitution was written granting an article of 1 year duration of power serving. Over the past few years, successful transition of power had been witnessed, and today we have come to another landscape of the peaceful transition of power. With me in the studio, and I'm joined by the two candidates contesting for the position of Chairman and Secretary General. Welcome to the program, and briefly tell me about yourself.
Thank you so much for being here today. I'm by name Mark Wymanpo. I'm a student of Cairo University, Faculty of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence. I'm specialized in the Department of IT. I'm also coming to the position. I have been served because I have experience so that I can able to serve the students. Because I cannot come from nowhere, I have been served before.
All right, many thanks to you over there. And on my right hand side is the incoming chairman. Welcome to the program.
Nice to be here.
Briefly tell us about yourself.
Thank you so much, Benjamin, and I'll be under student. This is studio, sorry. And its entire audience and my beloved Warav student union members who are watching this interview. My name is Yon Kwek. I'm Yon Kwek, student at State University, pursuing bachelor degree in petroleum and mining engineering. I'm now a candidate for the position of chairperson of Warav student union in different universities and high institutes.
Tremendous. So back to you, Mr. Secretary General. So let's begin to what has come to this day today. You're contesting for Secretary General. So tell us what is the motivation. What motivates you to contest for this position? Can you give us an overview of your manifestos?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you once again. I have been serving, so I have experience, so I can able to serve the students. That's why I can say maybe let me contest to be a Secretary General so that I can help our students challenges that facing us in this Egypt. Since we are in foreign land, so we have to cooperate ourselves so that we can help each other. Coming to my objective, I have been mentioned the 8th objective, which one is student welfare. That is one of the important of the student. That's why we are here now in Egypt. I also talk about the peace and unity and gender equality. I also talk about the culture and sports. So coming to the first one, because I cannot mention them, I just talk about the few, and the rest maybe I will talk in some of them. And coming to the student welfare, it is one in the founder in the study or academically. As a professor candidate for the position of Secretary General, I pledge my full commitment to prioritize the student welfare, and also I have to address the challenges without fear or favor any students. So when I come in, I will make sure that the challenges or the interests.
Many thanks over there. Let me have also the overview from the chairman. Mr. Chairman, give us the overview of some of the manifestos that you can highlight.
Thanks so much. I just have only 5 main objectives that I'm determined to achieve once I get into the office. One of it is, like my brother says, is safety, which is student well-being, which is welfare, commonly known, which I'm determined to achieve. Secondly is mentorship, because the basic one of the basic objectives of this union is building leaders for tomorrow. So mentorship programs will be my objectives. Thirdly is the unity, because this union was established in order to bring together waraab students in Egypt, so that they're always together, they drag and they know together. So unity, I will work for it. Fourthly, is working with the sub-association, because this union was the result of conventions of three associations, sub-associations, sorry. Three Mayadis, Tol, Boreal. So I'll make sure that I work closely with all of them. So it is my fourth objective. And the fifth one, of course, we cannot operate in a vacuum. We have to connect other associations with other unions in Egypt, sorry, other communities, other states. So because we face the same challenges daily. So this is also one of my objectives. We need to cooperate effectively with other students' union in order to work.
All right, thank you. Thank you to two of you for that brief introduction and the manifestos. So let me begin with Secretary General. You mentioned about unity as the first priority. In which capacity would you manage to bring all the students together and have no disunity in your union?
Okay, thank you one again. So when I talk about peace and unity, when I come in as the Secretary General of Waraab Student Union, Egyptian universities and our institute, I will make sure that I will create a spirit of brotherhood, so that wherever students can get along respect and teamwork. I also make a strong relationship with the other students, so that they can feel respect. And if there is any division among the student or any conflict, I will make sure that the students should be free from any tribalism or any other conflict division that happen back home there. So this way, when I come in, I make sure that everything that concerns the fees I will bring is as a Secretary General. Thank you.
All right. Also, do you have any comment? Because you mentioned a similar article in your manifestos.
Yes, I do. Unity is more important. Actually, it is the number one objective of our union. And I have three strategies with which I will bring this unity together. First, I will begin with our center, commonly known as DA. This place can better unite us. So when I get into the office, I'll reorganize the center, make it more conducive for Waraab student union to be always there. Once it is important to talk about unity, but it is more important to be practical with it. When I get into the office, I will install internet service in the center. Internet service, Wi-Fi in the dark. And this way, the student doing research, other things on internet will always be there. I've also introduced indoor games, chess, playing cards, and dominoes. This way, they will always be there instead of sitting next to the road prone for attacks by gang robbers and arbitrary arrests by Egyptian security agents. So I'll make sure that our center is more conducive to bring people together. This way, it will bring voluntary unity. And I also install bean sports. Now students are fond of watching these European leagues matches in these Egyptian places, which are less safe. So once I get into the office, I'll work hard to install it there, so that wherever that is, like these adjoining areas of Enchems, Monteria, and Esba, so because they are very close to our center. Whoever wants to watch a football match, they will just come to the center. So I'll make it more conducive that way to bring them together. That's number one. Number two, of course, sports are very lovely. Everyone loves sports. And they have not been a priority for the last 3 years. So once I get there, I'll make sure that I organize tournaments. And organize tournaments in coordination or in coordination with the sub-associations. The students will come voluntarily. They come with their teams and we engage in sports like football, basketball, volleyball. A student will not automatically come together instead of meeting when let's come together. This way, unity will come to create us. Lastly, is skill.
All right. Before we move to that, Mr. Chairman, to talk much more about the unity, mentioning key elements of strengthening unity. Are you two of you united? You and your Secretary General?
Yes, we.
And your Secretary, are you united?
Yes, of course.
Okay. We witnessed back in the days, some of the parameters of your union, particularly Warab State, the site that is doing Govialt and Teach Mayadit. So some of those associations, they have gone for far so long in conflict and other instabilities. So if you fail not to intervene, or if they fail not to address their own challenges, what is your role here? Because we have seen a lot of them, the chairman of this union turning away and focusing on his own personal affairs and neglecting the state's administration. How would you manage them?
Thank you so much. These very good questions. As far as I'm concerned, to be as a chairman to be for this union, I said it earlier that this union came about as a result of convention of the three associations. So they are very intricate. So I cannot operate and leave them and let them stay aloof from the union. That will not happen. Once I get into the office, I have a plan. It is there in manifesto. When I get to the office, I'll appoint them as my advisors. One on external affairs, one on developmental affairs.
Is it constitutional?
Not
Is it constitutional?
But I will engage with them, not publicly, but I will engage them privately and give them this mandate as my personal relation with them. One will be on student affairs, developmental affairs, and external relations. And whatever, for one good example is sport. Whenever I'm carrying out an activity, and we know it is a union of the three associations, I will do it in consultation with them. Like when there's a tournament, Wاراب student union tournament, for example, they will be the one to determine the basis with which we are going to run the tournament. Will it be on county basis? Will it be representing the three associations? So I will work closely with them. And in case if I have a capability and they are much in need, I will always be there for them. And
what if they sabotage your administration in case of any uprising, disagreement, some contentions that might arise, and they don't want to go along with your powers? Or what will you do? Do you have the powers to sack one of those chairmen or chairperson?
I'm not, but contention are not spontaneous. They don't just come up without any cause. Because I must get down with them. And when they are affected unfairly somewhere, I must address it fairly. So I must address it fairly.
Back to you, Mr. Secretary General. In reference, you seem to have contested back in the days in the position of Secretary General, seemingly, of Govialt, and probably declined from that position. So what would you say on this part? Now you intend to come and contest for this. Will you not decline again later on the stage for the same position of Wárab Union?
Thank you again for the question. This is a very interesting question. So for me, my clients, because the guy or the secretary general that I was contested with, it is my brother. We have been together in Govialt and like almost 10 years ago. And we just here in Cairo University, we are even the same guy. His door and my door, they are the next, so they are closer. So lastly, I see it like contested or being in a competition, sometimes it bring like differences. So and a relationship between me and him, so I want to be strong. That's why I would draw finalists during their assembly, and I promise the people or their assembly who are there, and to promise them, like for me, my withdrawal is not like I distance myself from the student body. I will be there supporting them for any activities that they will be doing, and this one it is my brother.
Did you regret it as an error?
No, I didn't regret.
And you stressed about the point that it's your brother, you live for quite long, but you detected this error during the rallies when you were to contest a voting process and you declined. Why not back before prior time for the election taking place?
Okay, thank you again. For me, actually, I am the one that has been spreading the information about my contestants in position of Secretary General before he raised his condition.
You might have been put by other elements to contest with the same as your brother.
No, actually, he came at the time that I was the one that.
What if, there is a person later that might be nominated in the hall in this upcoming election, and that person is related to you? Will you not decline, or what do you do?
For me, as I said it already, so I'm the man especially logging the keys. So when if something happened before or later on, so the thing that I have been writing before in my objective, it is actually the 8 things. And this said, if I want to be a service student, so it's not only Bugiara, but I also extends my ability to serve the students.
Thank you. Two of you seem to be unopposed. The same Secretary General, we don't have opponent, as well as to the chairman. So in this regard, someone that is not having the pressure might not do things accordingly to the interest of the people. So that what the Constitution, will you respect the Constitution, and will you work along with the Constitution? And if the General Assembly detected some challenges, things that you are not doing are not going right, you might be engaged in the position. So what is your sense about this, Mr. Chairman? Will you not relax from the position?
I don't think, because my intention was not to come and defeat someone publicly. I had a heart of service. So I understand what leadership means. Leadership means serving people. When there is a gap of service and you need to close that one, this is when some people come in like myself. So me, it doesn't matter who contests with me, whether I'm unopposed or opposed. It doesn't matter. When I get into office, I will do what the Constitution requires me to do. And I must work hard to deliver on my objectives and my vision. So there's nothing like that.
Okay, before we move on, let me give this question to two of you. There is, in the political ground, there is something in the election process. There is something we call the vote of no confidence. You are voted out, they might decide not to vote for you despite being unopposed in the position. So what is your position on this regard, Mr. Secretary General? If there is a possibility of vote of no confidence, they don't want you to contest for the same position, but you're not elected in the same position, they might nominate somebody else. What is your reaction to that?
Okay, thank you again for the questions. So I think my reaction is not like one so far, but I just confident about my objective, the thing that I want to do to serve the students. So if there is anything that concern or the more making sense to the General Assembly, so they will decide. And for me, I also stand for my objective. Thank you.
So me, that one is obvious. When the General Assembly or Waraab Student Union decide that I should not be the leader, I welcome that. Because when we have an objective to them, if they are not satisfied with my objective and the vision, I will welcome that. I will stand down.
You are doing one of the main difficult course that engineering seems like,
Yes.
and it might take much of your time.
Right.
What would you give? Which time would you give to serve the students, to engage much more about the welfare of students here?
Okay, I've heard this before, because everything is about a time management arrangement. You organize yourself, you organize your activities, and then you work. So me, I've organized my things and I've fixed where I will be serving the students. And I've done it before.
All right. In your manifestos, you mentioned about gender equality, which is also the part of unity. And now it seems there is no gender balance on the table. And there is no girl contesting for this. Tell us about, in the nomination or in the operation of your office letter, would you ensure the equal representation of gender?
Obviously, I will. On the question of why no female students that has come forward for this position, that one is a technical matter. So that is the Constitution allows. We believe that all females, they are males, but something that is done willingly, like in appointment later on, So it must be ensured. When I get to our ensure gender equality is observed.
Okay, let's now talk about the finance, which is one of the central standpoints of the union or office as well. So, under which capacity would you manage to mobilize funds for this association or union to survive?
Okay, as a union, student union, we do not actually have a well-established sources of finance or funds for the union. We only depend on the goodwill of our leaders, our community leaders, and the general public. But this time, I have a simple plan. Just like I said before, I'm going to make our center, which is commonly called DAR, which has been made only by most institutions as a meeting center and all of this. I'll make it productive. Like all the stuff I said before, they will not be 100% free. Of course, Wi-Fi, bin spot, and I'll also make sure that there are some sorts of drinks that are taken there, and also playing cards. When these students come there, I will make an arrangement with we have the Secretary for Administration of the center to charge these students with the price of their own, not actually similar to that one along the roads. So we shall just be charging a little, and that one will be an income to the union. So that will be a simple economic model. That is my simple economic model for the union, this coming administration. They will not be for me, but for them. Instead of giving that money to Egyptians and to just cafes along the roads, they will just come to the center. Everything is there. They can watch the football, internet stuff is there. Those on reading, those on doing research, and those on playing. You want a hot tea services will be there. Those on playing, you want tea, you want cold drinks, they will just provide. Because I will arrange that with the.
Well, that seems to be quite a little amount of money that is collected in this. Should it be the basis of stabilizing the
Yes,
union?
yeah, they will get back to the coffers of the union and in turn be used for serving them. Of course, the responsibility will be in the hand of the administration secretary and the finance, also somehow by gender. So they will collect this and take them back to the coffers, and what we make our development, we fund our activities, and then we combine with little generosity from the public and our leaders.
All right, thank you. Back to you. You mentioned about the similar point as well. And which capacity, which mechanism will you use in collaboration with your chairman to mobilize funds?
Thank you once again. Some others objective, they are simple as with my objective. I also mentioned the fundraising and resource management in our union, because the union is all about funds. So when there is anything in the office, so there is no way the union can serve a student or can help the challenges that are affecting the students. So I mentioned the fundraising and resource management, because when I come in, I will join hands with my chairman to make sure that our leadership will organize the fundraising events so that our office should be have available or enough funds should be there in the office. That is one of the things that I mentioned in my manifesto. I also mentioned about the gender equality. So it is one of the important in our basic or in our society. So gender equality is a crucial factor that in the progressing and stability in any society. So our leadership will make sure that they will enhance the female so that they will be work in our office, and also we will be teaching them the leadership skill so that later on or in the future should be the potential leader in the future, so that they can demonstrate their expertise.
Specifically about the management of finance, financial management is a critical point in which the union should not succeed or have the facilitation of other activities. Because can I ask you whether you have the dream of a promising dream of mobilizing funds, and you leave some amount of money in the box of the union, or because it's a culture now, most administrations, they finish all the money, leaving the association or union bankrupt. So would you leave any balance in the account of the union? Or
Thank you once again for the questions. So I think, as I said it already earlier, like for me, I hold the position like the deputy finance before, which the year 2023-2024. So I was the deputy secretary for finance, and I know the challenges or the thing that need the funds and how we can be handled later the power. So the time that I was a deputy finance, so I think everything is experience for me. So there is nothing that can be occur without my responsibility. So our leadership, me and chairman, so our leadership will be answerable to anything happening at the end of the financial report.
begin about the sports. You mentioned the sports is one of the key factor of unifying students generally. So, in which capacity would you conduct that? Is it inter-university tournaments or what?
Like I said before, there are three ways in which a sports can engage students. The first one, we are a state of counties. We can decide, which I said earlier in consultation with some associations, the basis of what organizing our tournament. If it is, for example, at counties level, we would organize inter-counties football competitions. And this way, it will bring students from all parts of Warab. This would have come together in the course of the march, the process, interacting voluntarily. They are what are coming together. Unity has come voluntarily. Secondly, we may have inter-competition with other states, unions, football teams. This way, it will the sense of pride will bring together Warab students behind their team. They are united. We confront the other team. Once we win, we cherish. We embrace the win together. This way, it will integrate us further. And lastly, of course, we may have, depending on the numbers, because now you see the number of students is becoming small, but we shall still determine. We can combine university, this university, and the other one, we will form a team. This way, still also inter-universities competition under our leadership is also possible if we have determined that way. So these three ways, they can bring them together. Unity can be much more integrated than ever before.
All right. Many thanks, Mr. Secretary. Let's talk about some academic challenges. So we have a number of students in different universities, of course, studying, and in the course of their processes, they encountered enormous challenges during the facilitation. Would you volunteer yourself to facilitate any student, those who are coming from South Sudan, those who are here, others under security threat, those who might have been detained? So what is your intervention in case the student encounter such condition?
Thank you again for the question. As I mentioned earlier, like student welfare is one of the important. It is not like resolve all the problem, but you can check always students like how safety is, she is okay, and also make sure that to share also the academic challenges or any financial assistance. So when I come in, I make sure that everything that needed or the interest of the student will be provided. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. But there is other culture in which the administration mostly doesn't have that consideration of giving money in case the student is having a challenge. You control the money despite regular challenges of the student. So what is your say on that?
So our leadership, or the way that I know, the union or the annual association, it is about serving the student challenges. So that's why I mentioned when I come in, so fundraising is one of the important that can solve any problems about the students. So when there is a fund office, so I cannot keep them because the leadership, it is not like controlling. It is about giving service to the students, the people that you have been serving. So of which if the office are fund or they have enough money, I will make sure that any shines that facing students so will be provided immediately without delay.
Okay. Back to you, Mr. Chairman. So you are prepared to come and serve the people, and of course you might have read the Constitution generally. So to give us the reference about the Constitution, which article is Article number 1 of the Constitution of Waraab Students' Union?
Article number 1 of the Waraab Constitution. It is about the declaration.
Declaration. Do you remember the article number 2?
I know article number chapter 8, article number 34 to
What does it say?
35. It's saying like the accountability and transparency. So if there is anything that happens in the office, so or if there is any malpractice in our leadership, so the person or the one that did that mistake will be held accountable.
All right, as we're almost coming to the conclusion of this program, let me give you final messages. Let me start with the Secretary General. What is your final message to the viewers, and in particular the students of Waraab, as you are coming to the position?
Okay, thank you again. My final questions for them, it is like, since we are coming in as a Secretary General and my chairman, we will make sure that all the students should not be separate. So should have supporters or any activities that we are going to do. And also, our intention to be Secretary General or to be a chairman, it is delivering the services to the students. So I wish
To be a chairman? You want to be a chairman as well?
no,
To
as
be
a
a
Secretary General, and
Okay.
my chairman also.
And the chairman.
Yeah,
Okay.
our intention like to deliver the services to our foreign students. So if there is anything that happens, so we'll make sure that everything should be settled smoothly without any conflict or raising some other division conflict in the union. So it should not be there.
Will you call for their votes to vote for you?
Yeah, I call them so that they can vote for me and they can support me.
All right, many thanks to you. Back to you, your final message to Waraab students and in general.
My final message is that we need the support. Because we cannot work for them unless have sufficiently they don't support us. When we organize an activity, we have to support us, attend our meetings, and whenever we organize an activity, it is correct. We have to come. Whenever they come, we will benefit. Also, my call is for community. Thank God that we have a Waraab community this year. So I call on them to support our student leadership so that we properly take care of our students. And finally, is to former leaders. The fact that they have experience in all the loopholes in leadership and the fourth hole as well, I think they can help us steer properly this union forward. Will benefit students. And also finally, I call upon the friends of Waraab student union, to also cooperate with us so that we work for the entire group of South Sudan.
Many thanks to you very much indeed, the Secretary General and Chairman of Waraab Students' Union, of course, having us this special episode. I'm Benjamin Meyer, and this is the end of this edition. Many thanks, and we bring you the latest updates across the country.